Hey, and welcome to this morning's DreamFuel breathwork and visualization session. I'm Alex, and I'll be your coach, helping you lock in focus and control from the start of your day. Most people don't lose performance because of skill. They lose it because they rush, or they get distracted, or act before they're fully ready. So today, we train the opposite. Calmness under tension, precision in your actions, and control over your timing. Using the metaphor of an archer in a competition, you'll learn to anchor your focus to your breath, holding steady and releasing only when it's right. This works best when you give it your absolute full attention and you can be completely present. So find somewhere comfortable, headphones on if you have them, and I'll guide you through everything as we go. Let's lock in. You can do this practice seated or lying down, it's entirely up to you. Just make sure you're in a place where you won't be disturbed. Shake out any last little movements in the hands, the feet, the shoulders, the neck, the back, and settle yourself down into a comfortable position before gradually drawing your eyes to a close. We're going to get straight into a relaxing breath to begin. In through the nose for 4, out through the nose for 6, letting the belly fully expand on the inhale and fully collapse on the exhale. In 3, 2, 1, inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep breathing at that same tempo. To begin today's practice, we're going to go through 3 rounds of intense breath work separated by 3 short breath holds. There'll be a minute of intense breathing and a 30-second hold 3 times. Following those 3 short rounds, we'll get into our visualization, which will also include some slower breathing techniques. For our 3 intense rounds, the technique will be exactly the same in each round. We're using a technique called the power breath, where you'll imagine holding a straw in your mouth, pulling the air in as hard as you can through the straw, and pushing the air out as hard as you can through the straw, through pursed lips. Let the belly expand fully on the inhale and pull the belly in towards the spine, forcing all of the air out on the exhale. Our tempo will be the same in each round. We'll go for a 1-second inhale, 1-second exhale. I'll guide you through everything, reminding you of the tempo as we go. At the end of that minute, I'll ask you to inhale as deeply as you can through the straw, filling up the lungs and the belly as much as possible, and you'll hold your breath for 30 seconds. I'll guide you through 3 rounds of that, and then we're straight into the visualization, keeping your eyes closed and slowing down the breath. Okay, let's go. We'll start our first round of more intense breathing, 1 second in through the straw, 1 second out through the straw in 10 seconds. Just get your body ready. If your mind starts to wander, then just bring it back to the rise and fall of the breath every time. And we'll start in 3, 2, 1. In we go. In, out, 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 in, out. Keep the breath moving. It's an intense breathing round. Breathe as deeply as you possibly can, getting as much air into the lungs in that 1 second, and then forcing as much air out as you can in that exhale. Keep it going. Just another 25 seconds here. Keep breathing. Maintain that intensity, maintain that depth. Keep it going. Push the breath. Clearing through the nervous system, preparing you for the day. We'll take our first breath hold in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep inhale through the straw, fill up the lungs as much as you can, all the way to the top, and hold your breath. And we'll release it in 3, 2, 1. Let it go with a sigh out of the mouth. Full release, full exhale. Just ground yourself for a moment, and then we're straight back in for round 2. 1 in, 1 out, as powerfully and deeply as you possibly can, all through the straw, pursing the lips in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. In, out, 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 in, out. Really push the breath. You're in for round 2. You know the deal this time. Get back into that rhythm. Deeper with the breath, expanding the belly as much as possible. Again, clearing through the nervous system, conditioning the nervous system, getting you into deeper sense of focus, concentration, more aligned energy. Keep it going. We'll take our next hold in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep inhale through the straw, fill up the lungs, and hold the breath. Drop the shoulders, relax the brow, soften the jaw. And we'll release it in 3, 2, 1, and let it go with a sigh. Full release, full exhale. Ground yourself again with another breath, and we're in for our final round. 1 in, 1 out, as powerfully as you can in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. In, out, 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 in, out. Keep the breath moving. Final round. Just commit to that intensity every single time you take a breath. Full expansion of the belly. Pulling it in towards the spine on the exhale, forcing all of the air out. Keep it going. Full commitment for this final round. Full intensity. Keep it going right the way through to the finish. We've got our final hold coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep inhale through the straw, fill up the lungs, and hold the breath. We'll release it in 3, 2, 1. Let it go with a sigh. Full release, full exhale. And just come back to regular breathing in and out through the nose. No need to count. Just sink deeper with every exhale, keeping your eyes closed. Sinking deeper. The morning air is cool. There's a sharpness to it. It's clean, energizing, waking up your senses the moment you step into it. You're standing on an open field. Grass stretches out around you, lightly brushed with dew. Trees frame the edges of the range, their leaves moving softly in the breeze. Somewhere in the distance, a bird calls, clear, simple, unforced. It's early, quiet, undisturbed. The world hasn't sped up yet. And in front of you, a target, set at a distance, centered, still, unmoving. You feel the ground beneath your feet is firm and stable, supporting you fully. There's a weight in your hands. Your bow, solid, balanced, familiar. Your fingers wrap around the grip, noticing the texture. Slightly worn, real, grounding. You reach down to your hip, drawing an arrow from your quiver. A soft, deliberate movement. You place it onto the string. Set. There's no rush. Your awareness begins to gather, not forced, just naturally drawn inward. The breeze brushes against your skin, it's cool across your face and your forearms. You hear the trees, a quiet, rhythmic rustle, all of it still there, but none of it pulling you away. You begin to draw the bow, slowly, deliberately. Your back engages, your shoulders stay steady, not tense, just ready. There's tension building, but it's controlled and directed. At full draw, everything narrows, not in a strained way, in a clear way. You feel your breath, a natural inhale filling the space, and then the exhale begins, slow, controlled, steady. As the exhale continues, your body softens into the tension, staying with it. And at the very end of the exhale, your fingers release. The arrow leaves cleanly, a sharp, smooth sound as it cuts through the air. You watch it travel. No tension or interference, just observation. It lands. You don't react or judge. You lower your bow slightly, feel your body, your stance, your breath returning. And a thought appears. Was that good? Could it have been better? You notice it and let it pass. You're back here. You reach for another arrow, the faint sound of it sliding free. You set it onto the string, and again, you draw. This time you notice the wind more, a subtle shift across your skin. It's cooler now, slightly stronger. You don't resist, you adjust. A small shift in your stance, a recalibration. You draw back to full extension. There's tension again. A quiet urge to release early to escape the discomfort. You notice that too. Instead of reacting, you stay. You inhale, naturally. And as the exhale begins, you let it lengthen, staying with the sensation, letting the tension exist without rushing past it. And at the very end of the exhale, you release. The arrow flies, clean, direct. You watch it, in full awareness. It lands. And once again, you return. Because this is the practice. No perfect shots, just perfect attention. Another arrow. You begin to feel the rhythm. Draw, settle, inhale, exhale, release. Each shot anchored to the same pattern. Each release coming only when the breath has fully emptied. You draw again, slower this time, more connected. The field feels alive around you, the smell of earth in the air, fresh, slightly damp. The faint warmth of sunlight beginning to rise against your skin. At full draw, everything aligns. Not because it's perfect, but because you're present. You inhale, and as you exhale, you stay with it, longer, smoother, more controlled. And at the very end, you release. The arrow moves effortlessly, like it was always going to. There's a sense of flow now, not forced or chased, just happening, because you're not getting in the way. A thought appears, something from the day ahead, a task, a conversation, a pressure point. You notice it, and let it pass. Back to the feeling of the bow in your hands, the tension in the string, the grounding through your feet. Back here. You draw again. Now there's almost no excess, no unnecessary tension or urgency, just pure precision. Inhale, Exhale, slow, steady, and at the very end, release. Each arrow now a reflection of your state. And your state is calm, it's clear, it's in control. Not because everything's perfect, but because your attention is. You lower the bow and you pause. Look at the target. Observe it. The environment is still shifting, the breeze moves, the sounds change. But you don't lose your center. Because control doesn't come from controlling everything. It comes from returning again and again to this. Your breath, your body, your focus. You feel your body fully now, grounded, stable, ready. This is what you carry into the day. Not perfect outcomes or ideal conditions, but this ability to stay with the moment, to feel tension without rushing, to wait for the right timing, to act with clarity. One breath, one exhale, one clean release at a time. You take the field one last time. The trees, the movement of the grass, the quiet energy of the morning building. And then you step forward. Focused, grounded, and fully in control.